The Department of Art and Design continued their Visual Voices lecture series this past week. Photographer Steck Jr. talked about his portfolio in the GCC auditorium.
Steck Jr. has been creating and exhibiting his photography for over a decade. He also teaches in visual art and was a professor at Bradley for a year before moving to teaching at Illinois State. But his own interest in visual art began on accident when he found out an art course was a graduation requirement in college.
I ended up taking darkroom photography because I thought it would be the easiest class of all the other options, and it turned out to be false in my assessment of that, but it was something that I just instantly fell in love with, and I just realized it was something that I wanted to spend more of my life doing and working on.
His most recent exhibition, titled In the Shadow of the Bloom, was displayed in the Hartman Center on campus. It featured his process of creating long exposure images with boxes of flowers. The flowers would decay over time on top of light-sensitive paper, creating an impression called a cyanotype. The images in Steck's gallery are the shadows of the flowers as they slowly wilted and died.
And usually when I'm working with smaller images, like the smaller cyanotypes, I tend to be a little bit more delicate with how I'm laying out the composition of materials. It's almost a little bit more about the beauty of them and less about the decay of them. Whereas in the bigger boxes, I think those just end up looking and feeling more aggressive than the smaller cyanotypes.
Another recent exhibition, titled A Silver Memory, used similar light-sensitive paper to cause his photos to slowly fade as viewers exposed them to the light of the gallery. Although his work focuses on themes of impermanence and decay, Steck is optimistic about sharing his processes with students and inspiring them to experiment with photography.
Even when I do a certain process in my own practice and I teach it, there's still questions that always pop up. There's still always technical issues. And so there's a lot of times where I even have to troubleshoot. And that's always exciting because it's I'm learning more about the medium that I work within while getting a chance to share it with others to learn.
While Steck's exhibition is no longer available on campus, the Hartman and Heuser galleries regularly exhibit both professional and student work. For more information on upcoming exhibitions or Visual Voices lectures, visit art.bradley.edu/BUG. The Department of Art and Design will continue hosting the Visual Voices lecture series on November 3rd. For BUTV News, I'm Danny Whiteside.